Hey everybody, Eric here from Eden Digital Marketing. In today's video, we're talking strategic branding for a graphic designer, a golden opportunity. So strategic branding is defined, in my opinion, as the building of a culture. But how do we build a culture? Well, we do that by responding to the following statement. People like us stand for blank. You see, direct marketing, the direct marketer, is focused on metrics. It's all about data. Most of the focus is on selling products and services to the masses, so they look for the largest audience because they figure, it shows the most promise. So the thought process is that a certain percentage of this audience will buy, then we can recoup the cost of the ad. And when we have a positive return, we scale. So branding is a little bit different in that it goes beyond that. It's about the feelings created within a specific audience. It's the impression that we leave with them, the impression that encourages them to share our products and our services with their friends, their family, and their associations. So if the statement goes, people like us stand for, we need to identify what that is. In this example, I, as a graphic designer, am known for edginess and fun. Alright, so moving on to the audience. We need to choose a specific audience. Now in this case, in this example, as a graphic designer, I want to focus on creating designs for clothing companies and clothing brands, particularly for a clothing brand that also stands for edginess and fun. Let's talk about the change that we seek to make. Now, the reason we're graphic designers in the first place is to entertain and to spread ideas. We're opinionated, we're pensive people, and we're not afraid to show it. We're very observant, we like to try things, and we're tired of the same old, monotonous, safe, in-the-box designs. Essentially, we're trying to spark joy in the lives of others. We're trying to generate new, exciting, fun emotions within people. Once we have the change that we seek to make, let's talk about our audience's worldviews. And what are the worldviews exactly? Well, it's three things. Number one is the dream. So let's talk about our audience's dream. So the clothing brand in question dreams of breaking free from the typical bland clothing, and they seek to create something very special for their audience. Now, they don't want to distribute their apparel in big box stores. The dream is of having a hip, boutique-style shop in very specific city centers. They want to leave a mark. That is their dream. What is our audience's desire? Well, they want to have interesting, slightly provocative designs and patterns for new clothing lines. They want to have a great relationship and connection with the right designer. So they can bounce ideas off each other. They want to have the type of love from their fan base where, their fan base will camp outside just to be the first in line for the new launch of a new product. Anticipation for the next item coming out. And finally, the third part of the worldviews is the belief. What is the audience's beliefs? Well, they believe in free speech, they believe in having fun, enjoying the time that we're given on this earth and not taking things too seriously. They believe in quality, they believe in doing things right and not cutting corners. They believe that if they can have an impact on just a small group of people, that these people can go out and affect more people. A sort of energetic contagion. So now that we've painted a good picture of who we seek to serve and their worldviews, we need to figure out what kind of problems they're having and then offer a solution. So in this example, the clothing brand is still fairly young. Let's say they're less than 2 years old. They've had a bit of success from the get-go, the handful of products already, but they feel like they've plateaued or they've reached a plateau. Also, they're having problems getting repeat business. Now, they've noticed that their products are purchased as a one-off or as a sort of a gag gift. So here's just one idea of how we can address this problem. Now, maybe we can kind of take a page from big corporations or even governments. Now, without getting too political, a lot of times what these big corporations and these governments will do, by the way, governments are corporations. Oftentimes what they'll do is they'll create the problem for which they want to sell the solution. Now, the difference in this case is that, I wouldn't be using this method in a manipulative or in a negative way. What I would do is I would create some sort of content, like a video series, and I would aim it at Gen Z or millennials. So in this very unique and entertaining and addictive content, I'd make sure to invent terminology or catchphrases. And then these unique thoughts or this unique language would be the inspiration for designs. Why? Well, firstly, you're creating a group of people who would be a part of, if you don't get the joke, you're not in the club. So when you see someone else wearing something from this clothing brand, you instantly recognize them as a friend. In this example, think of like Harley Davidson. Anyone who wears Harley Davidson clothing kind of belongs to a club, and then whenever you see someone else wearing Harley Davidson, they're kind of like a member of the family, right? Second is that we'd have the opportunity to push the boundaries as much as we'd like, and only those who agree or resonate would partake. There's something magical that happens when you pick an extreme rather than just be in the middle. And third, having a group of insiders helps you come up with future products and ideas. You can go basically directly to the source. Let's talk about the network effect. Super important in building a brand. Now, the network effect, in this case, it would be created when the millennials or when the Gen Z fans of our video content share it with their friends on social media. It also happens when they wear our gear, when they're going out to a party or when they're going out. So, whereas I'm not a graphic designer, I'm a marketer, I'm only assuming that all of the above stuff is possible. Also, this is just one of multiple ideas. Of many possibilities. If this is something that you might be interested in implementing, just leave me a comment below or contact me. Cheers.